The Navy's Chief Technology Officer, Justin Finelli, tells FedGov today 5 technology areas will be his priorities for future investments. Suri Dervasula is Vice President of Federal for Dell Technologies. He tells me what the Navy will gain by making those technologies what he calls people first.
Enabling the warfighter to be able to make decisions more quickly, is an obvious sort of, outcome of people first and technology sort of working together, the technology and people working together. There's another aspect of it, which is the, sort of the emotional side of it, right? People are connected to the outside world, the ability to connect ships and shipboard systems back to the internet, which sounds, sort of a strange thing to say today, given that everything's connected to the internet, but that's the reality. The ability for us to increase the morale of the ship members, the warfighters, such that they're able to do what they need to and be ready at a moment's notice is really key. There's a lot of decision making that's happening now. Everything is technology enabled. And as we look at the technologies that are out there, the ability for us to make rapid decisions and use technology to then aid the warfighter in making those decisions. Everything from repairing parts quickly to getting the right ammunition loaded into the gun, the wherever it needs to be, getting the ship to the right level of the carrier, taking care of our assets, but getting the soldier always ready with the right amount of decision-making ability and data is a key aspect of where technology and people come together to enable all the actions that we need to take place at a moment's notice.
All the leaders that I talk to across all the services talk to me on a regular basis about how they're integrating technology for readiness. What are the opportunities that you see coming over the horizon for that?
Dell's very involved, for example, in the Flank Speed program, which the Navy's deployed Shipboard. It allows us to enable technologies that we use every day, such as Office 365, but use it on a shipboard system. It's amazing. The Navy hosted their first Teams call for an all hands, and the idea that you could do that shipboard is just a different aspect. So again, there's that one aspect of just traditional capabilities being available at a moment's notice. But then there's other things, for example, disconnected logistics and the ability to source parts across the fleet at a moment's notice to make sure that the F-18 can get back up in the air, as an example, is a key aspect of where the more we can get connected and the more we can bring data together, the more we'll have our team members ready to go.
How can the service members that you deal with, what should they be thinking about now that's coming over the horizon? Maybe isn't available to them today technology-wise, but it's right around the corner.
5G, while it's something that we all see on our phones, is really going to be an enabler to helping innovate the supply chain. And when you think of military operations, it truly is a supply chain. And so the ability to connect a lot of different sensors together, allow for the data that comes off of those sensors to then rapidly be analyzed, but then also deploying the right assets and getting the right information to the service member is going to be key to then making sure that enablement happens. We do this every day in the commercial world, right? So you think of any retail, large hardware supply or otherwise, they're doing everything from having enhanced experience at the actual shelf where they're evaluating different paint colors, et cetera, all the way down to purchases that are being made or then notifying the supply chain that we need to pull forward. That technology, it's readily available in the commercial space. It needs to be enabled throughout, the military as a whole. I also think there's a huge opportunity for, the technology that's being used in one area of the organization to then be leveraged elsewhere. The government has a program called CHEETAS through the Test Resource Management Center, and through TRMC, that capability will allow for rapid analytics to come right off of any fighter jet or what have you to be able to then give warfighter essential information. Why isn't that leveraged everywhere, right? As we think of all the capabilities that are out there and all the different sensors that are out there, what else, can we use that technology to go do?
Suri Durvasula of Dell Technologies. You can read more on today's show page at fedgovtoday.com.